Do you know what? I think it's time for a pickup video. Hey gamers, I'm CyberSnack7. Hope we're all well, everyone. Great to be back at last with another video. And as I say, this has been a good couple of years waiting to get this video. I've been really looking forward to getting my first video back up and getting this channel some content again. And of course, this is going to be a pickup video. This is going to be a backlog video, probably part one of a couple, because I do have a lot of games that I've picked up over the last couple of years, to be honest with you. I've got a console, only one console. You know, back in the past, I've had everything, anything and everything console-wise. I've managed to get myself, and I've kept a few of my consoles, not all of them, but the one that I've got, and I'll show you next month, is literally one I've been wanting for a very, very long time, and I've had it nearly 2 years in the collection anyway. I've just never showed it. So, before we start on this pickup video of mine, I'm realistically doing this. I should have done this last week. I've had a fortnight off. This is the second week off my holiday. But the wife took over and said, right, we're going to get this done, this done, this done, this done. So I've just been that busy. I haven't had a chance to sit down and actually play or do any videos over the last few weeks, to be honest. Work's been quite busy. And then I'll get a fortnight off, and then all she does is make me work, bless her. But in the long run, I'm glad because she's happy. And then once we've done there, we're going to get this room completely rehauled once more, and I promise it's going to be the final time I'm going to get it done. I've done it since. There's a lot of changes, a lot of differences within the collecting. As I say, I sold a lot off over the last couple of years, but I've got a few things in. More choosy about what I want to collect for, of course, but it doesn't mean that it's bad what I've got. So, but more in that in the near future. Content wise, let's get that out there first. What I've decided for the time being, I think I'm just going to do a pickup video per month at the beginning of each month, just the pickups that I've picked up over the month, or in this case it's going to be a couple of videos where you're going to get backlog of what I've picked up over the last couple of years. It ain't a massive amount, but I'll soon catch myself up with what I've got in recent pickups. But apart from that, also you're going to get a dedicated Neo Geo video about anything and everything concerning the Neo Geo, and of course my favourite subject of the moment, which I've got to obviously blame Paul, Retro Bait, Sega Zombie, of course, Ginger Hippie Gaming, Retro Chef. You got to come on, put the Retro Chef in, and of course Lee, Nerdy Geezer, 8-bit mad. Everybody's gone 8-bit crazy, and don't get me wrong, I've always loved my 8-bit. But more so than ever. So I'm going to be doing a dedicated video per month concerning 8-bit. Not going to tell you what systems it's all about. Everybody knows I'm a Commodore fan, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about Commodore all the time, does it now? So that is in the future. So hopefully my plan is to get at least 3 videos up a month. 1 pickup, 1 8-bit, 1 Neo Geo. That is the plan. If I can do that, I'm happy. And it gives you some content to watch, and it gives me something to do. So hopefully within the next coming weeks, everything's going to be done in the house, apart from my room, of course. But I'll have more time on my hands to sit down and dedicate myself to a proper video, and just get it done over the weekend possibly, and just release it in the week. But we'll get to that. Anywho, great to be back. Enjoying the first day of the second week of the holiday, of course. And I thought, well, you've got to have a beer, sit down and show some pickups and get yourself back onto the YouTube. Because now, if you don't already know, and personally I've done this because obviously there's probably people going to watch me now that don't really know a lot about me, because tomorrow I'm going to be on Paul Retro Bait's quiz tomorrow, so check him out, 8 o'clock. I'll try and leave a link down for Paul's channel. get on there. I'm going to be against Sega Zombie, and apologies, I do not know the other guy who's going to be actually on the quiz with us, so please do check him out. He's obviously going to be a good guy. I'm going against the reigning champ, Sega Zombie, of course, so I'm going to try and give him a run for his money, bless him. I probably won't. I'll probably do absolutely terrible. When I watch Paul's quiz, I'm really quite good at it, but when it comes to the crunch and actually doing the quiz myself, I'm going to probably fail miserably, but we shall see. But all that's coming tomorrow. Please do check out Paul's channel and check out the quiz tomorrow, so you can either watch me do very well or absolutely humiliate myself. But anyway, till tomorrow. So let's talk about pickups. Now, what have I got? I don't know where to start really. Let's just say we got vinyl, we got GameCube, we got Nintendo Switch, we got Super Famicom, we got Super Nintendo, we have got PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 peripherals, and then we have a console, or should I say games for a console, that may just be staying sealed forever. And I'll do them last, because obviously when you see what they are, you'll totally understand where I'm coming from. So let's leave it at that. So what we'll do first is we will get the gaming vinyl out of the way. Now, these are a set from a set that I've been collecting, and I've literally kept up to date with it. I don't think many people do collect these anymore, but they are the data disc collection, and I've still been keeping on top of those. So what I've done is I've just pulled out the ones that I've recently picked up over the last year or so. And I've really literally kept up to date with this collection. As I say, not many people are doing it. I'm quite glad I did, regardless of the fact there's a lot of Mega Drive soundtracks in there. I haven't got a Mega Drive anymore, but it doesn't matter. The music is still classic. But anyway, let's just start what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vinyls. Now this one, I really let it pass because I've got no nostalgia for this game, and I really didn't understand the game, so I thought I'm gonna bother. But when I thought about it, I thought, why did you let it pass? Because simplistically, at the end of the day, it's part of the collection, so you got to get it. So this is the data disc number 17, and this is the Policenauts soundtrack. And this, when I collect these, I don't go for the special editions. I just go for the standard colour, and I think this is a white vinyl edition. But I had to get this one off eBay, of course, because it's sold out on the data disc site. So really happy to get that and add the Policenauts to the collection. So that's Policenauts, and that's data disc 17. And then we have number 18. Number 18 is Thunder Force 4, which is a classic Mega Drive game. Absolutely love the music in this. Very, very nice. Now, I do not remember what colour vinyl we got in here, so stick with me. And if I can't remember the vinyl, so we have a very nice blue. I think this one, I actually was lucky enough to pick up the special edition of this one. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I'll just go for the standard colour. So very happy to have Thunder Force 4, and that's data disc 18. Data disc 19 is a Sega Saturn classic, and this is of course Radiant Silvergun. Now this is still sealed, I haven't taken it out. As you can see, it's got all the stickers in there. It's still got, of course, the data disc sticker that you get with each one. Not too sure what colour vinyl this is, to be honest, because I haven't opened it up yet, but still very happy to have that one. So that's data disc number 19, and that is Radiant Silvergun. Sorry about the shoe neck, it's still in its plastic wrapping. Right, number 20, another Mega Drive classic, and still not played and unsealed. And this one is, of course, Alien Storm. Really loved this game back in the day on the Mega Drive, and it's classic music, very, very good music. And as I say, I really do like the soundtrack, the gaming soundtrack to me, regardless of what system it's on. If the music's good, it's definitely worth having in a collection. So there it is, that's data disc 20, and that is, of course, Alien Storm. Sorry, there you go. Then we have data disc number 21, yet again untouched, unsealed, and this is Alien Soldier. This game I have played, but I haven't played it originally. I played it, of course, on just emulator or whatever. It's a decent but very, very tough game. I'm not really reminiscent, nostalgic of this music. I can't really remember it, to be honest with you. But regardless, it's part of the data disc collection, so you must have this in the collection, and I'm very happy to have it. And of course, I've got to open the thing up and play it. You'll see a very familiar theme through these pickups. There's a lot that I've got, and I just ain't got round to actually unsealing. I'm not playing. Sorry about that. Got to flick the button so the screen goes light again. There we go. So yeah, so that is data disc 21, and that is of course Alien Soldier. Data disc 22, and oh, what a surprise! This is still sealed as well. And this is a Dreamcast classic, and this is of course Ikaruga. Absolutely love this game, and I love the actual music to this as well. Absolutely classic music. Very, very happy to add that one to the collection. So that is of course data disc 22, and that is Radiant Silvergun, and I think that's a white vinyl, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure. Still sealed. And of course we have data disc 23. Data disc 23. Now this was, I think, if I'm correct in saying, data disc, the first vinyl of this collection come out, and it was number 2, and it took to volume 23 to bring this out, which is of course Shenmue 2, which I'm very, very happy to add, which in next month's video I'll show you more Shenmue goodness, and they are very, very nice. But this month we'll just stick with the data disc, and of course that is Shenmue, and that is data disc number 23. But with that, of course, if you were lucky enough to get one, you got this box set, which of course you then can put the volumes 1 and 2 of Shenmue inside. Now obviously I've got Shenmue down there, so I'll put that one in there. So Shenmue 1 and 2 live in that box, which is a nice little collector's box, so I had to snap that one up with that. Then we go to definitely one of my favourite side-scrolling platform games, and a certain Con Jones Deloro, one of his ultimate fighting game, well, I wouldn't say fighting game, but platform games, and that is of course Shadow Dancer. And this is an absolutely awesome soundtrack. Love this soundtrack, love the game. Definitely up there with the likes of your Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi. But this is, I'm assuming, like a bright green variant of the vinyl. But yet again, not played, not open. So looking forward to cracking this one open and giving this a blast. So that is data disc number 24, and that is Shadow Dancer. And then last but not least, this one comes Saturday. Not the most popular Sonic game in the world by any means, but still had to be added to the collection, of course. And that is data disc number 25. And that is, of course, Sonic Spinball. As I say, not a favourite of the Sonic games. I played it. I owned it 3 times in different regions. But still, it was playable at the time, but still hasn't stood the test of time. But as I say, yet again, it's data disc, and I may not literally love the game, but still part of the data disc collection, so I've had to pick this one up. So there we go. So that is the latest one, and that's up to date, and that is number 25, the data disc, and that is Sonic Spinball. Right, so that's enough vinyl for this month. You ain't getting any more vinyl out of me. You've got plenty more, but that will come in due course. So let's talk about GameCube. Now, GameCube, as you know, I did sell on, or you probably didn't know, sold on all my PAL games. And Big Game L, he basically bought them. And now he's moved them on, and he's now sold everything he's got, which is fair play. It's his choice. He's enjoyed them, he's collected them, move them on. That's what people do. So I moved all my PAL on. I've kept all my American games because I do love my NTSC and my Japanese GameCube. So all I've been doing is literally every now and again, if I'm seeing a game that I needed back from the PAL set to put back into my American, I'll literally just pick them up. So let's shift you lot out of the way. put you there. So these are the games. I've got 5 games I've picked up recently. Let me just open that curtain a bit because it's looking a bit dark now. Right there. There we go. I'm back. The only reason I got the curtain closed is so I can see this telly a bit more. But anyway, as we were saying, GameCube. So I've just been picking up the ones that I got rid of PAL, which I really wanted back on the NTSC format. So firstly, I went for these 2, of course, which were the Star Wars games. So I picked up Star Wars Rogue Leader. And then the next one is, of course, Rebel Strike. So I've got both of those in for the GameCube. Really happy to pick them up. I know they're old games, but the Star Wars, I love them, and I wanted to add them back into the NTSC collection. So that's all the Star Wars games sorted. And then the next biggie, which I had a bit of trouble finding, for a decent price. I didn't want to pay over the odds, but this is quite expensive for some bizarre reason, and that is F-Zero GX. Of course, I got this on PAL. So I wanted it on the American variant, and I was playing this only 3 days ago. Really enjoy this game. Super fast, super hard. It's a shame this franchise has never carried on and Nintendo ain't pulled the finger out and got us an absolutely amazing new version of the F-Zero series. It's such a good game, and I just can't understand what the thinking is behind. I mean, because at the end of the day, this was realistically the true last version of F-Zero. So shame, but it still holds up, it still plays brilliantly. Absolutely love this game, so very happy to add that back into the GameCube collection. So that is, of course, the F-Zero GX. And then next, of course, is a Mario game, and that is, of course, Super Mario Sunshine. I had this on PAL, so I had to get it back on, of course, the American variant. So there we have that one. They're all complete. Oh, you know, there you go. One and only time I'll open the box, because if you know me, if it's not perfect or complete, I don't have it. It's as simple as that. So there we go. There is Super Mario Sunshine. And then this one, I've really held out for this one, and I really landed really quite lucky, because this game is very expensive. The first one you can pick up 10 a penny, but the second one is quite a difficult game, and you're touching £100 for this game. But for some bizarre reason, somebody put it on eBay for 45. So you see it, you snag it. So the game I'm talking about, of course, is this one, which is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Now, the difference between the American and the PAL one, this one has got like a foil front, and it's like a shiny reflected front. Really nice. Love the box art on this one. But as I say, this goes for silly money, and amazingly, I didn't even have it. I had it in a save search, but it didn't come in the save search, this one. This is just like, just randomly had a look, and there it was, £45 by it now, and I thought, yes please, I'll have that. So very happy to add the Metroid Prime 2 to the collection, Echoes. Well happy with that. So that is the GameCube games for this month. As I say, you probably won't see them every month. You probably see them every now and again, but it's just when I find them, or when I've got the urge to pick them up, to be honest with you. So that is, of course, the GameCube. So let's move on. Let's give you a bit of Super Nintendo, shall we? Now, of course, firstly, I will show you a box set that I've had. Alex has had this undone. He's probably played it a numerous amounts of times. This is extremely expensive on the Super Famicom variant. It only come out, of course, in the Japanese regions, but they brought out a box set, and that was from Limited Run. And of course, this is still not opened, but this is, of course, the Undercover Cops Collector's Edition in its box. Now, of course, you get all this goodness in the back. You get like a doll, you get the game itself, you get what else do you get in there? Posters. There goes my dog barking as per usual. Vic, give it a rest. And then, of course, you get some stickers and things like that. But there we go. So that's a decent box set. For 1 minute, I'm going to have to cut this. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Not very often I get cuts in my videos because I usually tend to do them all in one go. But of course, Vic, my pug, decided to go mental because he only has to hear the slightest thing outside, and that's it. He goes absolutely ape. But bless him, he's okay. He's gone back and settled down now. Anyway, where was we? This Undercover Cop collector's edition from Limited Run, and really tough side-scrolling beat-em-up game, but definitely really happy to have this. This is definitely the best way of affording this game, because this game is another astronomical price game on the Super Famicom region, and I just wouldn't want to go there to pick that kind of game up. It's a good game, but I don't think it's worth that kind of money, to be honest. But still very happy to add this to the collection. So there is, of course, the Undercover Cop Collector's Edition. I will crack this open one of the days and probably do a little video about it. Not that you haven't probably seen it already, but never mind, we'll see. Anyway, moving on, and we do have a Famicom game. Now, this game, originally, I wanted to get on the NTSC Super Nintendo. That's my main source of collecting my Super Nintendo, on the NTSC variant. But occasionally, I do like to pick up the Famicom. Now, I'm kind of glad I got this on the Famicom, because picking this game up on the American Super Nintendo would have been astronomical. You're talking nearly 700 quid. And to be totally honest, I'm kind of glad that I picked it up for the price that I did on the Super Famicom, because I wasn't overly impressed with it, and I prefer the original. Now, some may look at me and thinking, what the hell? But yeah, I played this and I'm not over. I like the game, but I don't know why I prefer the original over this one. And the game I'm talking about is this, which is Sonic Blastman 2. Now, Champion 2D Robbie picked it up many moons ago with, of course, Final Fight 3 on the Super Famicom. And he knows as well as I do, these are pricey games, even on the Japanese variant. But I was quite lucky. This was a UK seller, and he, I think it was £200. And to be honest, that's reasonable for a Super Nintendo, Super Famicom game. And this was going back about a year and a half ago when I picked this up. So to be honest, it's no sun fade. Very nice condition. Got its manual. Very good cart condition as well. But as I say, when I played this, I literally had it 6 months before I even played the thing. And when I played it, it was a good game. It plays faster. It's got a different tempo to the game compared to the original, because the original was a bit slower paced. But for some reason, I prefer the first one over the second one. So initially, I'm really quite glad that I didn't pay big money for the Super Nintendo, the NTSC variant of it. If it come across and it come out and I found it for a couple of £100, boxed and complete, then I'd get it. But £700, no, definitely not. I would not pick up the NTSC version, the American version, for £700. I just wouldn't do it. So very happy to own this variant of it. Glad to have it at last, of course. It's been a few years I've been waiting to pick up one of these, because at one time this was silly money. But for £200 I thought that was a bargain, so I snagged it while I could. So there is the second and final Super Nintendo game, and that is, of course, Sonic Blastman 2, added to the collection at last. Right, what we got next? I'll tell you what, let's move on to Nintendo Switch, eh? I love my Nintendo Switch. It is the prime console of the moment for me, without question. I play it more than any other console. And there are and have been some fantastic games come out for this system over the coming last couple of years, to be honest with you. Now, what I'm going to show you, of course, is old hat. It's been there, done that, and most people have had it, played it, and probably got rid of it by now. But I've got to really just show you the ones that I've picked up, and then we'll get into the newer stuff in the next couple of months, to be honest with you, hopefully. But I'm not stopping picking up. The only thing I don't do a lot of, which is very rare, is I pick up the odd box set for the Switch, Nintendo Switch. Don't really like the box sets, because, as I say, in my room, I'm just trying to keep to the games, the normal standard games. But every now and again, if I see a good deal, I'll pick up the box set. But let's talk about the old hat games, the games that I've had and been playing or played over the last few months. Now, this one is, of course, firstly, R-Type Final 2. And this is not a bad little box set. Of course, this is the second version of course, R-Type Final, which was on the PlayStation 2. A classic game. This doesn't live up to the first one, unfortunately. It plays okay, but there's just something about it. It's just lacking something. But regardless, it's still playable. Still a nice little shooter. I love the R-Type style type of games anyway. But yeah, it just doesn't live up to the original on the PS2, unfortunately. But still a nice little game to add to the collection. So that is, of course, the R-Type Final 2. Find something for that one. Right, next one is, of course, which is on the back of the screen. And this is a 2D fighting game. And that is, of course, Blade Strangers. And this is, of course, a fighting game, female only. Female fighting game. I do really like these 2D fighting games. There is one I'm edging on getting shortly, but it is probably one of the most expensive fighting games on the Switch, and it's a Japanese only release, unfortunately. But I do want it because I do have the first two on the PlayStation 2, the Japanese variant, so I need the third one to complete the series, but it's only on the Switch. Well, it actually come out on the PS4 as well, but I just want it on the Switch for some reason. That's just the way it is. But excellent 2D style fighting game, female fighting game, very good. Love the intro, love the graphics of this game. And yeah, well happy. Very old game though, it's been out a couple of years now, but I say I picked this one up. Really, really do love this game. So that is Blade Strangers. Right, next one is one that's sealed, funny enough. Another game and franchise that I do like, are the Mega Man series. And this one I picked up, and I picked it up, it was like it must have been some sort of sale on Amazon, I think, many moons ago. And I picked up this for about 17, 18 quid, and it is the Mega Man 0 and ZX Legacy Collection. So I'm really happy to have this. If you love your Mega Man, this is definitely a worthy addition to your collection. As I say, I've always collected the Mega Man games on the, I got them all on, at the moment, on the GameCube, the ZX series, and of course the original Mega Man collections. But I would like the Japanese box set, the collection where you got all the Mega Man games together. Costs a bit of money, but I might get round to it eventually. But yeah, this is still sealed. I haven't got round to playing it, strangely enough. What a surprise. But still, very happy to add that collection. And that is, of course, the Mega Man 0/ZX Legacy Collection. Okay. This one, another limited run game. And surprise, surprise, it's still sealed. And this is another side-scrolling beat-em-up. And this is, of course, Raging Justice. And I had this one, I ordered it day one. And it's, you know, I've seen a lot of reviews on it. It looks all right. It's got a strange sort of like claymation graphics. I don't know, I just can't explain what the graphics are like. But it's all right for what it is. It looks playable. I should actually open it up myself and play it and then give you a proper verdict of this game. But as per usual, I'm lagging way behind. But still, very happy to add that one to the collection. Really, really kind of looking forward to opening that and having a look at it, see what it's like. So there you go, that is Raging Justice. Right, the next one, two classic PS1 titles I had back in the day, and I combined it onto one disc. And now, absolutely love these games back in the day, and to get these two remastered on the Switch, all day long, well happy. So that is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. So very happy to have that. Absolutely put some hours into this. I do love this game. Love my skateboarding. Love my skateboarding games. And as I say, back in the day, these on the PS1 were the games to have, and I absolutely played them to death on a PlayStation 1. And to get these two remastered on the Switch and the PS4, of course, whichever you choose, well happy. So love this series. I think after 2, that was number 3 was all right, but I think it just went downhill after that. I didn't bother. But 1 and 2, absolute classic games. So there you go. That is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered. Next one is a classic. Well, it's all right now. I'm only joking. it's a classic. It's a very good game. I haven't completed it. I haven't done as well as Alex and 100%ed it. But whatever time I've had to play this game, oh, there you go, there's one of the games dropped. When I've had time to play this game, I've really enjoyed it, and I do like the concept and the way the game plays. It's definitely a good filler while we're waiting for the fourth in the series, and that is, of course, Metroid Dread. Now, I just picked up the standard variant. As I say, I like the box sets, but I'm not overly keen on them because I ain't got the space, and I just don't really want to film a room full of box sets when you got unnecessary bump in it, which you're never going to use. At the end of the day, this is the most important, the case and the game inside. The bump, it just means nothing. You're just going to leave it in the box and it's going to gather dust. That's why I don't bother. That's why I haven't got very many box sets. So unless you're buying it to sell on, then fair enough. But for me, I'd just rather have the game and the little cartridge. Happy days. I can play this and enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, fantastic game. Love the atmosphere, especially when you're getting into the areas where you got that robot following you and trying to kill you. That is like pressure on you. And as I say, I've got to. Well, as per usual, each Metroid game, I get to a certain spot and I get stuck. I'm always the blooming same. And it's a part where you got a robot chasing you, and I just can't figure out where to go, and it just kills me all the time. So I got stuck, and the game just ended up on the shelf as per usual. Naughty me, but that's just the way it is. But still, a very, very good game. I will get back to finishing this off very, very soon, I promise you, especially when everything's been done in here and I can sit down and relax a little bit. But there you go, that is Metroid Dread. Right, the final Switch game is, originally I was going to get the box set, and Champion 2D Rob told me, Jay, you got to get this box set, and he's just recently had his come through. I probably spoiled it for him then, and I do apologise, mate, but I've said it now. But he's put it on Instagram, so people probably know anyway. But I went for the standard version. In the end, I just thought, I just want to play the games. It's the box set looks amazing. It's the same as the new box set that's coming out for the PS4 of the same series. I just went for the next step down. I just had the standard box, not the ultimate box set. But let's talk about the actual game series I'm talking about, and that's Castlevania Collection. So obviously you've got all the original Castlevanias. You've got Castlevania 4, Castlevania Adventure, Castlevania Simon's Quest. We've got 1, 2, 3, and you've also got, of course, Kid Dracula on here as well, which was a Famicom title. Which was never released over anywhere by Japan. But so that's added onto there. And that's the first game I actually played on here because I really wanted to check that out. But some classic games on there. All the Castlevania goodness I need. And it saves me getting them all Castlevanias and obviously playing those. Now, obviously, there's a new one coming out with Rondo of Blood. And what's the other one now? Symphony of the Night. Like a double set coming out. Now, I've got that coming on PlayStation 4, which is good because I got rid of my original PlayStation Symphony of the Night. That went many moons ago. So, to get it on the PlayStation 4, I still play both games. At the end of the day, I've got I've got all the Castlevanias now. All the Castlevania I need on one disc, and especially with the other two coming shortly. I mean, you're talking nearly 8-9 months anyway since the last time I ordered the bloody thing. It takes forever, but it's like most limited run games. But regardless, absolutely fantastic edition. I wish that I picked up the what's it called now? I can't know what it's called now. It's gonna bug me. Hang on, I'm gonna find out. There was another collection. You know, it's gonna bug the hell out, and I'm going to think of this before this video ends. I'm telling you now. What's it called now? That's gonna bug the life. I'll get back to you. I will get back to you on that because I did want the other. I mean, you could have bought them for about £4 on the Nintendo Switch online, but I want the original one. But I'll get back to you and I'll remind myself and tell you what the other collection is. But anyway, that is the Castlevania collection. Very happy to have that. And that is the last Switch game for this month that I'll be showing. So I ain't going to forget. I'm going to think about that game. The Contra collection. I knew I'd get it. There you go. I wish that I picked up the Contra collection because that is a really good collection also. As I say, you can pick them up on the Nintendo Switch online for about £4.50, but it just don't feel the same, does it? I've got a fair few games on the Nintendo Switch before I started buying them physically. And then I put that to one side. I thought, I'm not doing it anymore. I don't really need to do that. I'd just rather have them physical. So yeah, I'll pick up the Contra one sooner or later, but that's another one I want to add to the collection. So anywho, that's the Switch done and dusted out the way. The Super Nintendo done, the GameCube, the vinyl. Right, let's move on to some modern stuff. Yeah, it's your favourite stuff, and it's PS5. So yeah, I've still got a PS5. Not playing it as much as I really should be doing, but regardless, I'm looking forward to sitting down and putting some hours into it again. There are a few good games coming out in the next few months. I've got on pre-order, but as you'll see with these, half of these are sealed, and I ain't even bothered taking them out and playing them yet. I just haven't had the time. You got the new God of War coming before we know it. I'm just getting the standard edition of that because when I was going to get the collector's box set, yeah, I was going to go and do it. And then they're going to tell you that you're not getting a physical game with the box set. I thought, what the, what? Why are you going to pay over £200 and you're going to get something with no game in it? I mean, what's the thinking behind that? Seriously, what is the thinking? And I thought, you know what? After this PlayStation generation, right, I'm done. I'm literally done because it's going to go all online anyway. You ain't going to get physical soon, and it's going to die a death. So it will be the end. If this generation is the last physical generation, that's it for me. No more. I can't go digital. I won't do it. It's just, and I mean, you're paying nearly 3 times the price for a game online than you do physical anyway. So who on earth going to want to do that in the first place unless you're mental? You know what I mean? Unless you physically don't want a collection, you just want to collect them on your PlayStation 4, then fair play to you. But for me, physical or nothing. End of story. Anyway, enough rant. Let's talk about peripherals first. So firstly, I did buy this. My neon pink, sorry, I should say. Neon pink controller. I love this thing. Absolutely love the colour. I just do. Yes, it's girly. I don't care. But I love it. I really do. Absolutely love this controller. So I didn't stop there because I thought to myself, yeah, there he is, sitting behind in the corner, nice and white. Not very much longer because I picked up this, which is the neon pink covers. So this will be turning into a neon pink PlayStation 5, and I don't care. I love it. Looks absolutely fantastic. It's going to look awesome. So I'll be doing a video about setting that up. Not only that, I have bought this as well, and this is a Firecuber 530 1TB stick. Now this will be going straight to the PlayStation 5, and this will be making my PlayStation 1TB instead of what it is at the moment, which is not enough memory at all. When I got this from Amazon, so I thought, yep, I'll have one of those. So I'll be popping that into the PlayStation. And one final thing I'm going to go and get because I forgot it and I've left it behind the chair, and I've seen it. I thought £35 all day long. I'll have a bit of that right there. So as you do, I was looking on Amazon, and I wasn't looking for this, but I ended up seeing it. I thought, yeah, that looks pretty damn cool. £35. I'll have a bit of that. So I bought this. It's the PlayStation 5 stand. Now, obviously, the PlayStation stands on it, and then at the front, you've got 2 connectors where you can just stick your PlayStation 5 controllers on, and they, as soon as you touch them down, they start charging. Fantastic. And at the back, you've got a mini tray where you can stick all your PlayStation 5 games, and I think that's pretty damn good. But £35, and underneath, of course, when you stick your PlayStation on the actual thing itself, it's got a cooler, so the cooler goes straight up into the PlayStation and cools it down permanently. And I seen that, I thought, yeah, I'm having a bit of that. So that is going to be added to it also. So the PlayStation is going to look very cool, very pink, Very manly, but who cares? It's pink and I love it. I don't care. So yeah, I'll do a video on that, setting that up, getting the 1 terabyte thing in, sticking this on, and then sticking that nice neon pink covers on it. So there you go. There's a peripheral sorted. Let's talk about games. Let's talk about some games. So what have we been playing? Of course, I've been playing this, and this is Elden Ring. Unbelievably, one of the best games I've ever played. Bandai Namco's classic. I love, of course, the Demon Souls, Dark Souls series. You've known that anyway. But this game is absolutely beautiful. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with this game. There's not one complaint about this game. I can't physically tell you one bad thing about this game. Yes, it's hard. Yes, if you're not used to playing these sorts of games, then you're going to find it very, very difficult to get into, and that's just the way it goes. You die plenty, and I'm telling you, you die plenty. The bosses are epic. Some of them are ridiculously hard, seriously hard. But there are a lot of people out there that make this game look easy. Very, very easy. And I'm not one of them, unfortunately. But I still love to torture myself and play this game. So I picked this up day one. Absolutely had to get this. So absolutely loving it. Beautiful game. Definitely one for the PlayStation 5 collection. If you want to venture into this sort of style of gameplay, go for it. Be wary, because you're going to die a lot, but it's an experience you'll never forget, trust me. So Elden Ring, absolute must for the PlayStation 5. Now, before I bought that one, I bought this one. Now, I originally seen this as a digital game on the PS5, and it's pretty similar. It's more or less like a Souls sort of style of game, and this is called Mortal Shell. And this is basically the same Dark Souls style of gameplay, but this was very, very cheap. I think it's about £15 to download, but it's like £20-25 in the box set, and you get like a nice physical edition, and you get your booklets and things like that. And I thought, yeah, I'll have a bit of that, and I bought this before Elden Ring. So yeah, I haven't even opened this. I took the top out just to have a look at the contents, but I haven't actually played this. So Mortal Shell, I'm looking forward to that one. There is another edition coming out of this, funny enough, a gold edition with even more content, so I wish that I waited, but too late now. Got this one. Will be playing this eventually, when I get round to it, whenever that's going to be. Anyway, Mortal Shell. Next one, I bought this one, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. Now, I bought this, the remastered version. I thought all the games were on there, and they aren't. Unfortunately, you've got, of course, the Lost Legacy and the Thief's End, Uncharted 4. It doesn't matter. Two fantastic games. Two games I'd love to see remasters on the PlayStation 5. And it was dirt cheap anyway. I got it for about 20 quid, 25 quid. So I didn't pay through the nose for it. Really weren't too fussed about it. So another game. Yes, the seal's off, but no, it hasn't been in the PlayStation. What a surprise. So yeah, I will be getting around to playing that. And once I'd played Uncharted 4, the game was so big, I just kind of like, I uncharted myself out. I couldn't go back to it. So it's been a fair few years now since I played Uncharted 4. So yeah, I can go back to it now and relive how good that game was. It's a very long game, an absolutely fantastic game. Is it the best one? Yeah. Personal choice, I think number 2 is my best. I did like that. But awesome game. Awesome games anyway. And for cheap, I picked it up. So yeah, that's the Uncharted Legacy Collection. So happy days, I'll play that very, very soon. Right, this one I bought day one. And it's still sealed. And I really would like to play this game. Yeah, let's get some screen action. There we go. I really would like to play this game. This is like a third person shoot 'em up. That's the best way I can actually say that. And that is called, the game is called Returnal. So obviously, you are a female astronaut of such, land on the planet, and the emphasis of the game is each time you die, you wake up again and you start back at the beginning and you have to go forward. And the more you go forward, the more the game unlocks. every single time you die, it changes. The format changes. So you never see the same format. You never see the same things more than once. You don't. It's different every time you play it. But obviously, the further you get, the more that unlocks. And it's one of them strange types of games. And I know there has been a lot of content recently uploaded for this, so I need to stick this in the PlayStation 5 to actually get all the new content for it. But this looks awesome. It looks really, really good, and I really want to play this game. But as I said, I got this day one, and it's been sitting on the shelf in the bloody polystyrene packaging forever. So one of these days I'm going to rip it open and stick it in and actually give it a crack. So yeah, well, happy to own it. Just want to play it, that's all. So that is Returnal. Okay, so this one was an Xbox original. And I had it originally, bought the collector's box there, and I never finished it. So I picked this up dirt cheap, and I really wanted to play it. I mean, it's a sandbox, straightforward, like there's no, you know, it's a kind of a Resident Evil, but not as severe. But you'll know what I'm talking about. It's Alan Wake, the remastered variant for the PlayStation 5. I enjoyed this game when it came out originally. As I say, I didn't really get to finish it because I got rid of my Xbox by then, got rid of the 360 and things like that. I'm sure it's the 360 it was on, because it was an exclusive at the time. But then obviously they brought it out and I got it for about 15 quid, I think. So I'm glad. I want to sit through this and do this properly and play this game for what it is. I know it's not the greatest game in the world by any means, but cheap price. And as I say, it's a game I enjoyed back on the 360. I'm sure it was a 360. I'm saying it was. And of course, you know, I'm going to enjoy it all over again, but this time I'm going to do it. And yet again, I've just got to undo the thing first. Just take the seal off. You know, that'd be a start, wouldn't it? But anyway, there we go. Alan Wake remastered. I will play that one of these days. Okay, final one. This is a Star Wars game, of course. A game I've never ever played. And somebody said to me, why the hell ain't you played this? This is such a good game. So I thought, yeah, I better get it. And I got 15 quid, super cheap. Everything's on there, I think. And that is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So well happy to have this. Very, very much looking forward to playing this. I know you get to Vader at the end and you got to, like, it's supposed to be very, very good. Trying to beat Vader at the end. So I'm looking forward to cracking onto this. Sitting down, playing a few hours into this one and get the opportunity. But cheap as chips, 15 quid. Absolutely chuffed to bits. PlayStation 5. More PlayStation 5 games for me. And we shall get there in the end. And I think, if anything, I'll probably play this first. Because I really, really do like the idea of this game. So looking forward to that. So there we go. That is the final PlayStation 5 game for this month. And right, I'll have a swig. And this is going to be the final section of the pickups. A long one. What do you expect? I haven't been here for nearly 2 years. So I thought I'd just, you know, give you a little bit of a bumper edition and throw in as what I can. As I say, there's a lot more to come. There's a console to show you. More Switch games. More Super Nintendo. A lot more vinyl. It's all here. I will catch myself up and then I'll run out of content then again. And then I'll be just, what do we do now? But don't matter. I still got my Neo Geo and I still got my 8-bit stuff coming your way very, very soon. I promise you. I'm not going to let you down on that. I'm looking forward to it. I've just got myself something very new that come yesterday. I'm very happy to have one. Never owned one. Never owned this variant of this computer. But I have had one in the past. And this is Hobby Lodge's fault. That's all I'm saying. Because he mentioned it in one of his earlier videos. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give that a go. And I found one really cheap. Got a stack of games with it. So I'm looking forward to really sitting down. Because I've got a TV at the moment. And the TV I've got is not very good. So I'm getting rid of that one. And I'm going to get myself a decent TV. So I can play these retro games, especially my 8-bit stuff on a better TV. But we'll get round to that. But yeah, looking forward to cracking on to what's up there. I'm not telling you. You'll see it in a new video. But anyway, let's have a swig and get this final bit of pickups out of the way. So, how many games have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 8 games. 8 games that might stay in the seal for their lifespan, forever. These will outlive me. I guarantee you, they will stay. They'll still be in their seal when I leave this earth. I tell you straight now, because the console we're talking about is the greatest console never to rear its head, and that is the Amico. Yes, the Amico, the Intellivision Amico. What an awesome console that was going to be, and still is apparently, if you can believe it. But personally, I know for a fact it's never going to see the light of day. But muggins here, give it faith. I had faith in this system. And they released the games before they released the system, which is kind of weird, but I'm jumping in there. I'm getting all the games. They released 2 packs. 2 packs of 5 games, so I bought all 10. Yes, got them. I'm waiting for the Intellivision Amico. So I thought, right, let's get these games. I haven't opened them. I'm not about to. I am not going to open these games until something emerges. If it does, all the better. If it don't, up yours in television. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's talk about the games. And the first one is a limited collection edition, and that's Finnegan Fox. So there we go. And this is a platform game. Can you see that? Now with these, you get the card and you get like a medal in there. Just like it's like a collector thing. Woohoo! But I like the style of the game. You know, it's simplistic, small. It's only like a card base. Open it up. You know, it's sort of like a Neo, not a Neo Geo. It's like what's it like now? PC Engine card in a sense. So yeah, Finnegan Fox. There we go. That's game number 1. Game number 2 is Missile Command. Yeah. And I was looking forward to playing this. This looks pretty awesome. And as I've seen it, plenty of videos about the Amico and what the possibilities were. But regardless, there it is. The awesome Missile Command. Cannot wait to play these games. Yeah. Third game is Biplane. And now this is like obviously a flying biplane round shooting. I'm assuming playing it online. You can play against other players and shoot each other down, whatever. Looks pretty interesting. So there we have Biplane. Next we have this one. I ain't got a bloody clue. It's for people with intelligence. This one is Brain Duel. So it's a lot of like different like stuff to test your knowledge out in your brain and see how old you are, like me, old bag 50. There you go. But I'm not going to be pretty good on this one. But then again, I'm never going to play it. I'll probably be 60 by the time this comes out. But there you go. That's Brain Duel. Next one, an absolute classic. I played this demo on the phone a number of times, and Pete's Nestastic played it till he basically blew his phone up. He was like the master of it, and that is Moon Patrol. Moon Patrol. This did look an awesome style game, and I was hoping it was going to come out because I love Moon Patrol, classic Moon Patrol, and it is a very, very good rendition of the classic Moon Patrol game. So brilliant, but we shall see. We shall see. Next one is Dino Blaster. I don't know what it's about. I haven't got the foggiest idea. I haven't read about it, so it looks like a Bomberman, maybe. Looks like kind of a Bomberman, I think. That's the best way I can put it. That's just taking a wild guess at it. But there you go, there's Dino Blaster. This one I like the look of. I really did like the look of. But that's why it is. Evil Knievel. Side-scrolling motorbike game. Really like the idea of this. Simplistic, but fun. I really did like the look of that game. But there you go. Never to break its seal. That's Evil Knievel. And then finally, we have Rigid Force Redux Enhanced. Yeah, I've never heard of this game, but this is a shoot 'em up, as far as I know. Looks pretty interesting. Looks quite colourful. Graphics really, really quite good. So yeah, there you go. Very long title, and it's a nice shooter for the ultimate computer, that is, or console. That is going to come out very, very soon. Can't wait. So there we have it. The 10 Intellivision Amico games. And there we have a video. It's all done. And this has been a blooming long one. But I don't care. I haven't done one in such a long time. Sorry about split between and Vic going mental. It doesn't matter. But there we have it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Plenty more to come. Plenty more backlog due. But as I say, I'm going to do it each month now. Gives me a chance to get my bearings together and get myself set up and get a video. So I've done this. Another 2 videos coming up. So it'll be 3 videos a month. This one, Neo Geo, and an 8-bit video. That's the way I want to do it now. Nice and simple, 3 videos. Keep it, and you know, there's enough content there to keep this channel alive. I want to keep this going. I've been doing it years. And I want to get back into it again. I'm missing out. I want to get back into the community. As I say, I'm so looking forward to the quiz tomorrow. It's untrue. That's going to be really, really good. So as I say, come to Paul's channel, Retro Bait, and watch me either embarrass myself or do very, very well. But we shall see. So anyway, gamers, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching this video and sticking with it. It's a long one. But as always, I am CyberSnake7. And remember, keep playing and keep watching. All the best.